Hey guys, how's it going? I want to try something new on this video and kind of do a voiceover and talk about, rules of golf. What do I mean by all these terms? Birdie, bogey. What am I out here to shoot? What am I trying to do with this game? Um, Again, kind of explain rules kind of here. The first shot that I hit actually went into the desert left of me right here in the bag. So what you're supposed to do is one, either just re-tee it and re-hit it from where my first shot was, or what I did was you can play what they call desert rule, and you drop a ball closest to where it crossed to the desert. So instead of hitting my second shot there, I actually hit my third, and now this is my fourth shot. This first hole is a par 4. Um, and here's my fifth shot. What is a par? Par is kind of what an average pro golfer would shoot on the hole. So, on average, a pro golfer would shoot 4 here. Unfortunately, I made 6. Um, Again, kind of just pro golf. I didn't get to warm up, so it wasn't the greatest start in the world. This drive is a lot better. It's not in the desert, and again, this is a par 4. You're gonna see mostly par 4s on real golf courses. There's 18 holes on a real golf course, so there's par 3s, par 4s. Majority of them are par 4s, and then sprinkled in there are 3s and 5s, par 5s. This one was again a par 4, and this is actually my third shot on the par 4. So if I happen to make this, I make what they call a birdie. A birdie is when you shoot one under a par, you make a 3 on a 4, you make a 2 on a 3, you make a 4 on a 5. Just one under the par is a birdie. So unfortunately I didn't make it here, but this one coming back is for my shot number 4 on the hole, and this is a par 4. Let's go ahead here, make that. So again, 4 on a 4, made par. Right there, I kind of, if you want to put it in this terms, I shot what an average pro golfer would shoot on that hole. This one's a par 5, and again, no warm up. I kind of flared this out to the left. And again, kind of like the first hole, I went left into the desert, so instead of hitting my second shot here, this is actually my third. However, this is a par 5, so I do have another shot to try and make par. So how you keep score in golf, you can either keep just raw total. So right now I hit 6 on the first hole and then 4 on the second, so I'm at 10, and then I just hit my third, so I'm at 13. Or what people, what's an easier way to, instead of just keeping just raw strokes, is what they call versus par, and that's your stroke versus the par. So I made a 6 on the par for the first hole, so I 2 over on the first hole, and then I made par on the second, so that's kind of 0, even, whatever you want to call it, level par. It was 0, so I shot 2 over on the first hole, I shot par on the second, and then I make a bogey there because I made 6 on a par 5, so I'm 3 over par right now. If that kind of makes sense. I had a par 4, and then a par 5. I made 6, 4, and then 6. So right now, 6, 6, 4 is 12. I can't do math right now. 16, and the par so far has been 4, 4, 5, which is 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 5 is 13. So I'm 3 over again because I've had 16 strokes on a par of 13. So I'm 3 over right now. Again, this is a par 4, and I'm about to hit my third shot here. I forgot to mention that I'm at Starr here in Tucson, which I would say, if not the first, is top 2 hardest golf courses in Tucson. Just because there's so much desert, you have to take it over the desert and just kind of trust that there's grass. There's just so many kind of blind shots that you just don't see where you're going. So I made 4 on that last hole. This is a par 3, the first par 3 of the day. I'm still 3 over since I made a par on the last hole, and par is just kind of 0. You want the lowest score in golf. Everyone knows lower score in golf wins. In basketball, baseball, football, any other sport, you want most points. In golf, you don't want strokes. You want to get in the hole as soon as possible. And this was actually a really cool putt because, as I said, this was a par 3, and that was actually my second shot that went in. So that was an example of a birdie. So because I made birdie, that's actually one under a par. So that subtracts one from my 3 over. So I'm actually only 2 over so far. Again, as you saw from that tee box, it's just desert everywhere here at Starr Pass. I'm happy, really. As I said, there's 18 holes on a golf course. An average par for all 18 total is 70 or 72 total for an entire course. So if I shoot in the 70s, I'm happy, at least with my game right now. I would love to be in the high 60s, shoot 68, 69, 67. But right now, with my skill level, I'm just happy to be, 74, 75 is terrific. It's totally where I'd be happy to play right now. It's when I get into the 80s I kind of get frustrated. I'm just kind of hard on myself. I'm competitive. I want to shoot the best I can, especially at golf. I've been playing so long that I just feel like that I could be in the 68, 69, 70 range. And I'm just so close that I just kind of get frustrated with myself sometimes. Personality, that's just me. If you're passionate about something, I always like when people drive and push themselves to the limits and see how far they can go. Just because you never know. Like maybe someday, 3 years from now, I shoot 62 or something. I can't say, but I like this sport. It brings me a lot of frustration, but you can play this into your 90. People come out here with their guy friends, even girls. The world of women's golf is opening up even more, and I'd love to do a video with a woman golfer sometime, just to again expand on just how big this world is, these sports are getting. But again, golf is just what you want to make it. If you want to come out here just to have a good time with your friends, have beers, have cigars, that's totally okay. If you want to be out here grinding to shoot 68 like I am, that's totally fine. If you're out here for a charity event, you've never touched a golf club, again, it's perfectly fine. Golf is just something, it's just an activity that you can do. It's a sport as well. There's college programs. There's a profession in it. Really, for my goals, if I could be a club pro, which is just like a professional at a golf course, that'd be pretty cool. It's just I have such high goals for myself. It's hard to say really where I would fit in because, as I said, an average everyday golfer just comes out here to have fun. They're probably shooting like bogey golf, which is making bogey on average every hole. And if you make bogey, ultimately that leads to an 88, 90, 92 for 18. I'm shooting again mid 70s. I'm happy with, and that's kind of just me. So if I'm shooting 68, that's definitely going to be pro attention. And that's kind of just where I would be happy with this game. So, like, again, I'm just out here to grind, practice, and just get as good as I can. Whatever comes with it, comes with it. I feel like I'm kind of rambling, but time's about to expire here. This is my last hole. If you guys want more voiceover, I kind of liked it talking. It made the time go by quicker. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. But I think this putt here wraps up a 40, which was a 4 over. But thank you guys, and let me know if you guys have any questions.